Evening. Oh, hold up. Evening. This is my second time recording this because the first time this didn't record properly. Nah, that's enough being ginger. What was I being? The lumberjack from Halloween. The lumberjack from Clash Royale. Because why not? Oh dear. Anyway, how we doing? How we doing? My apologies for the lack of uploads for the last 4 days. Just more consistent. Anyway, point is, we're in the Halloween fit. Lumberjack from Clash Royale. This video will not be going up on Halloween though, so. But still, gotta wear the fit because I feel amazing wearing this. That's kind of what I want to talk about today, feeling that kind of way. About essentially being who you want to be and acting how you have been. Does it end up being the same? Does it correlate, basically? Because a lot of the time, look, so let's say for Halloween right today, a lot of the time you see people usually wear certain styles, certain things, certain brands to look a certain way. Maybe they don't wear anything, they just wear whatever they like. Axe. Halloween is a bit of a free-for-all, and I think it's amazing. Not in a sense of everyone's running at each other trying to kill each other, in a sense where every single person dresses however they want, in whatever goofy way they want. And a lot of the time, it can be people expressing themselves, dress a certain style because they love that character, or they just love that kind of style. I'd love to see it for themselves, or be that for themselves. Sometimes they just relate to a certain character and want to be it. Not always though, maybe just because they think for the love of the game. Again, mine is literally for the love of the game. I do not think I need to be a Clash Royale lumberjack, however. Do I like the axe? Yes. Do I like the hat? Yes. Do I like the bodysuit? Yes. How's that? Do I like the ginger beard? No. I'll be honest. Sadly not. However, point is, that's so off topic. I think it is amazing how people can express however they want, whatever they want, for one day a year. I do think that's amazing. But do you feel like you would feel better if you could express yourself at least, well, almost every day of the year, any day of the year, any time of the year you want? A lot of these people who are dressing up on Halloween, going out clubbing, doing whatever, going clubs, going pubs, going house parties. It's a cool day for them. Everyone's more cheerful, everyone's getting along. But on them days where things are rougher, where people are just as blatantly just mean as they can be, would you rather be mean sitting around trying to be someone who pleases them more? Yourself. A lot of the time, you can't do much. You have a boss at work, you have someone you have to listen to, you have an instructor, you have a teacher, you have son. Who cares, man? It is what it is. Everyone's got something. But then, beyond any of that, to please any of these people, have I acted any kind of way, or even trying to make friends? Have I acted in a way where I can say at the end of the day, I've really been myself? You can think about how much you care about the way you look, but have you thought about how much you care about how you feel when you're being looked at? How many of these people do you think they'll think about, will they get judged for their fit, but not how they feel when they're getting judged for that fit? They just simply don't like the look of the eyes. what is what I mean by that. They won't like getting looked at because they don't want to get judged harshly. But do they feel like it matters more or less? Or do they feel like it matters more or less? Or they could be happier if they try to be themselves while doing it? Maybe I'm not getting a point across. But the point I'm trying to make is, if you're doing something, it is better to be who you are as a person. And I think one day of a year to express yourself in that kind of way is not enough. Out of 365 days in a year, you can tell me you did one day, and one day alone, where you decided to think, hey, I want to feel better today. No. People want to feel happier every day, for one reason or another. Sometimes you feel like it's too much effort, or you're just being corny or goofy or something. But that's what Halloween is. But I disagree. If you want to act the way you want to be, well, the person you are, then you do you. For every second in the world, you should be spending it trying to live the way you want to, being who you want to be. Not hearing what some other person is put onto you. Not some random expectation or assumption or thought from just the way you look. You can be whoever you want. And that's just how things are. And not because you were told you are special. Not because you were told you're rich. Not because you were told you're poor and you can make your way all the way up. Not because you were told you're talented. Not because you were told you're untalented. But because if you want to be something truly, and you are passionate about something, and you can really say, no matter what, but it's you trying to be yourself while doing it, you can do anything you want. And I sound like a corny ass teacher saying that, but still, I don't think it's wrong. There is no amount of business I can say shouldn't be done by someone with enough passion, effort, and skill. Obviously, you need the skill part first, which is terrible for anyone trying to get a job for the first time. Sorry about that. I say that like I'm hiring. I do not own a company. Best way for me to put it. You are free on Halloween to be who you want, but you're also free every single other day of the year to be who you want also. The only difference is, one, you can see everyone else trying to be themselves too. And there's a lot of people for easier to realize something when they're seeing something right in front of their face everywhere, of course. But I don't think it should matter. Everyone will try to act themselves or try and be themselves, or at least want to. And if you can do it, don't give them the chance to try to be who you are because you don't feel like it fits a certain aesthetic or style or anything, or people. Groups of people, dear God, people do that, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, be you. Be yourself. And yeah, have a lovely day.